First Chronicles 28, verse 20 says, "Be strong and courageous, and do the work. Do not be afraid or discouraged, for the Lord God, my God, is with you. He will not fail you or forsake you until all the work for the service of the temple of the Lord is finished." Hi, everybody. Welcome to the junk room where we create whatever. I am in a mess on my desk, but that's because there's lots of creating happening today. And out of a mess comes beautiful things. And this little project is no exception. I'm participating in a swap on a Facebook group. Where they got this idea was on Corey's channel, Creating with Scraps. So check that out. It's flips, flaps, and pockets out of book pages. Yes, book pages. I have so many book pages that I'm really excited to find projects that use them all up. Here is one that I finished. And so it flips up and has a pocket in there. It flips down and has a pocket in there. And inside there's two pockets. So this is the one I made for the swap. I made a prototype out of huge, I can't even get it all in the camera, out of huge paper. I love the paper. It's too big for my journal, but I just wanted to practice. And this was really good, except that I realized this was actually out of a medical dictionary, and there's just some things that, you know, we might not want to know about. This is just the prototype to show that you can make it with any size paper. And I even want to try a smaller one here on camera. You need 7 book page. Let's dig out this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get some more with maybe some music. Oh, that would be good. Seven. What I want to do is I want to trim it because it has to fit on a page in our junk journal. So when I trim, I'm going to get as close to the words as I can at the top and the bottom as well. That will also clean it up a little bit. And yes, it's I wouldn't joke about the mess. Really, it is truly a mess in here. So I'm going to speed this up as I trim these up. And I'll be back in just a jiffy. Okay, what I probably should do is cut them at the same time, like I did yesterday. So we need to pick one that's going to be our back page. And the first two that we're going to do is we're going to fold so you don't get confused. So we're going to take one page and fold it in half. And we're going to take a second page and we're going to fold it, maybe leaving an inch or so. We need to pick a back page. Let's do this one. And then these are going to be our pockets. Or if I want there. Or more like tucks, I guess. Or pockets. So one there and one there. At this stage, I'm going to do the inking. Now, I love sewing, so I'll be sewing these, but you don't have to sew. You just put some glue on this one, on that side, to glue it down, and glue some on this side. And this is just Staples glue that I'm trying out. And the folded part I'm going to have on the inside. Oh, that didn't work, did it? I inked it on the wrong side. That's all right. We'll just do it again. This just strengthens the paper for putting things in and out. And now I'm going to take this to my machine and I'm going to stitch all the way around it. Before I do that, I'm just going to put a little glue on the top and a little glue down here on the bottom just to hold those. Till I get it to my sewing machine. There we go. All right. So I sewed around and I just have to trim a little bit, and I don't do the back stitch as some people do on their sewing machines. I just make knots in the back by pulling that thread back there, but that's just a personal preference. Sometimes I will leave them long, depending on the project, but those don't need to be long because that's going to be covered up. We need to make the flip up and the flip down, and I don't want any text upside down. We take two pieces and we make sure that one is upside down and the other one is not. So when I flip this up, it's going to look like that. And then when that flaps down, it's going to look like that. But I want to switch. I want to switch them. I want that. Oh, I want that to... Okay, that's got to go on the bottom. So if it's like that, it goes like that. Now, you take those two put them together. One is going the right way, one is upside down. And then I'm going to line them up as best I can, and then I'm going to fold a little bit down. And this is where you would glue this down. And again, it just creates some stability for that pocket. And I'm going to take these to the sewing machine and sew across where I folded it down. So if I take the other two, so that was the top. So when this comes up, I want it to look like that. That means this goes like this. So that's the way we want the paper to look. And then when we flip it up, we want that to be there. Again, I'm just going to put those two together. Didn't do a very good cutting job. And I'm going to line that up. Glue those together. And then take it to the sewing machine and sew across the top. Oops. And again, I just pull one of those threads back. Tie a knot. There's that one. That one's ready. That one's ready. And that, oh, this one. It is a beautiful day here in St. Thomas. Yesterday we were celebrating Canada Day. So I'm filming on a Saturday. Friday was Canada Day, so it's nice to have a long weekend. And yeah, it's a beautiful day. I've been wanting to clean up, rearrange things a little bit, but my back has been out for a week. So it's very limiting what I can do. Then we just match up. Remember what pages went with which. Make sure one is upside down and one is the right way. And then put them that goes to that one. This, I don't know if this is because it's math. That goes up like that. And we said that was going to be on the bottom. So there we go. That goes on the bottom there. Then I sew all the way around, and that creates that pocket. Again, you don't have to sew. You can just glue around it. Didn't do a very good job on this one. So then you just trim it up. Who says it has to be perfect? There's the bottom pocket. Done. Now make sure these are the right way. Yep, like that. And then bring it down. So back to the sewing machine. Or you glue the 3 edges. Look how bad that cutting job was. Oh, goodness. Terrible job on that. Look at that. That's terrible. I love that verse that I opened up with about not being afraid or discouraged, because God is with us. And that we can be strong and courageous, and He'll help us get it done. I hope that's an encouragement to you today. When we make our fold, we have to make sure that we're leaving enough so that they meet up. Okay. So I'm going to say about there. So I'm going to bring this up and fold it up. And then I'm going to glue this down. And I suppose you can make more pockets, but then you start getting into bulk. So just line it up. Smush it. Okay. And our pocket is in here. All right, and then this one, we need to make sure when we fold it down, we either have it so that they meet, or that this one goes over the top. If you want, it could go that way too. Totally up to you where you want your fold to be. So I think I'm gonna first trim this. I think I want that showing. Or it could be where they just meet. Okay. Might help a little bit. I'm just being fussy, piddly, panickety. all those good words. So glue this down. Line it up as best you can. There we go. And then that is like that. So you have a flap down with a pocket, a flap up with a pocket, and 2 tucks. 7 book pages, all used up. I love these. How would it look in a journal page or on a journal page? Well, let's take one out here and see. So there, you would glue all of this, or you could leave it open on one side for another pocket. Totally up to you, depending on how thick your junk journal is getting. And it would just sit like that. Down, up, yep. And then you decorate it. Any way you wish. And make things for in the pocket. Or the side. So this would be a smaller tag. Whatever you have around. Bring in my one that I've done. Almost same size pages. And you decorate it any way you like. Now I want to make one with small pages. So I have some Macbeth here. Oh, the other thing that I did in my prototype, or the one that I completed for the swap that I didn't do on this one, is I coffee dyed and then I did some inking. So that's why that looks a little different. But I want to get one, do a small one and see what that looks like. 1, 2, make sure 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right, I don't want to cut too much, but I do want to take that off. Make sure it's all lined up. Because the papers are so small, we can leave an edge, I think, around. I don't think it looks too bad, does it? Nope. Okay. We're going to fold it in half. Take the next one and leave about 1 inch. Okay. Pick the one that's going to be your back. Did that wrong again. There we go. Okay, those are going to be the side pockets. This is very, very thin paper. Glue down these flaps. Just, if you aren't sewing, then you want to make sure you glue it down really good. I'm just wanting to keep it in place till I get to the machine. Bring this, oops, bring this back. Like that. And like that. sew. Threads kind of got jammed up there a little bit. That's going to be on the back anyways. We need our two. So I want this. I want this to come, whoops. I want this to come down. You know what? I think I want it up so I can get the Macbeth part. So then this goes upside down. Oh, I don't want to lose Macbeth. Shakespeare looks like I have to lose. How did that go? Oh, I did it the wrong way again. Oh my goodness. For some reason, I just cannot for the life of me figure that out. No worries. Okay, and then these ones, I guess are going to be at the top. Sewing done. Need the top. So there's the pocket. So this one's going to come down. Maybe to about there. We'll just see because I want that Macbeth piece. So where do we put? I want to get that in if I can, which means that's going to be very small being glued. Whoops, didn't even do it straight. All right, so there's just going to be a small amount of glue on the back. So I'm not closing up my glue. Oops, look at those little guys. Gonna get in our way here. Okay, fold that up. As best we can. Worry about the threads later. And then this one is going to come down, but we don't need nearly as much. So if we line it up there. Fold there. Make sure it's the pocket at the top. I didn't ink. That's all right. Get that in a minute. Oops, I do need to see if I can pull some of this. There we go. Clean that up a little bit. I'm just going to trim that because it's going to get all glued down. There we go. Yep. And then that goes up. Perfect. And I might just add like a butterfly up here, maybe a little cluster up at the top. And there we go. This is like you can just mass produce them with different paper. So we have that one, and then we have this one, and then the completed one to give you an idea how you can decorate. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe and click on the little bell and change it to all so that you get all the notifications, and leave a comment. And don't forget to share. Thanks so much, everybody. Have a great day.